All right. Submit charts. Yo, yo. Anybody around? Yeah, lately it's a slow start. There we go. Hey, man. How do I say that? And in drops. All right. Level okay here? I think it should be good. I don't think I've changed it much since last week. All right, here. How are we doing? Oh, shit. Let me give it one more minute. Let me get a few more on board. Didn't realize I had two. I'm behind schedule here. I had two I needed to get. I missed. IMX. Okay, let's go with that. There we go. Mike's good? Okay, we'll start just more. Let's see. What we got? Oh, give me another 30 seconds here. Let me finish this chart here. Okay. Okay, let's see. Well, that's too bad. Okay. Get started momentarily here at top of the hour. Okay, there we go. All right, let me get rid of the, what am I doing? Disclaim. All right, totally disclaimed. All right, there's the regs. Let me bring this over here a second. I have so many fucking monitors here. Sometimes it's hard. All right, that way, that's better here. So, oh, Yako, hey, man. I haven't seen you in a while. All right, so let me wait for the lag to catch up here. This is kind of interesting here when I've got... I didn't see these. Well, I forgot about them. I should say it that way. Just golden. That's interesting. Hey, don't join. All right, there we go. All right, so I had a couple from earlier in the week here. Sometimes members will post up requests here before I post our little reminder on Wednesday. So this is one of the two here. I'll start with this one here since it's up. What is this? Immutable, IMX to the dollar tether. I'm just trying to get a handle on what we have here, right? Clearly two impulses, but that's a disappointing retrace, right? For a bull, that's, we'd have to look at this as, okay. Yeah, kind of standard Elliott, right? So, 1, 2, 3, right? You would have hoped that you had a short 4 here and you were going to go, so we don't get it. Now, is it technical, right? It's not hard to figure that out, right? So we come right to the golden zone. I really, you're looking at that like, okay, higher high, higher low, higher high, right? So, but as an Elliottician, right, you would say, okay, well, I guess you'd have an alternate count here. You could have a 1, 2, and then we're going to go big. Get up there. Oh, God, that was a song. Ex-ambassadors. I think it was. I was working out the other night. We're going to go big. Kind of a good song. All right, so there's one. Popped into my head as I digress a bit. Okay, so 1, 2, right? That's one possibility here. We're 1, 2. We're going to go 1, 2 again. Right, so this the C here, and so this would be bearish count. Well, if that's ABC, okay, well, then we'd be thinking 1, 2. So, right, just so we have both sides of this covered. Right, if this were to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A, B, C, heading lower, well, that would be somewhat surprising. Assuming we're going to have a bull run here for crypto in general, right? Bitcoin leading and alts to follow. Right now, who's going to outrun whom? Well, remains to be seen. It's always the question mark, right? When we start a bull run, right? Where do you want to be, right? Do you want to be, stable, relatively Bitcoin, or do you want to go where you can get higher return on your capital in the alts, right? It's always kind of the struggle. most people will tell you the only reason you're buying an alt, right, is so you can buy more Bitcoin. But, maybe that's a different story these days. Okay, so 1, 2, 1, 2, right? That's the only alternate here. So let's just take that. Let's just hide that. Let's hide that for a second. 1, 2. Let's put this in a different color here. Takes me a minute to get rolling. Okay, 1, 2, 1, 2. So we'd have to go here to a different degree. Okay, so all of this is going higher. Now, do we know that's what's happening? Of course not, right? Oh, let's put in something we haven't used, green. Okay, so could we be 1, 2? There's a daily. Let's go to an 8. Right, kind of what does it look like here? So almost all of crypto has done the same thing, right? You're like, oh fuck, what is it, right? It sure looks like a 3, right? So we're going to do this through a diag? Well, right, so hard to call it right off the bat. So what do we start doing, right? So it's just so fucking unbelievable, right? So golden zone. Same shit, right? Different day, right? It's different asset. Doesn't matter. Asset doesn't matter, right? It never matters, right? You see it here. So it's probably here as well, right? It's just over and over and over. Again, this is what the market does. As I've been saying for 6 years. Thank you, David Halsey, right? Who revealed this to the entire trading community. And again, for 6 years, I've been talking about this, right? This is not why it moves. It's how it moves. Now, there'll be 20 million people who would differ with that, and they'd give you a different reason as to why it moves. All I can do is put the evidence in front of you and let you use your own eyes. Don't take my word for it. How many of these do you have to see? I mean, it's almost. I feel silly. I do it so often. I feel like, oh God, fuck, not this again, please. Right? Okay, we get it. I'm not so sure you do, right? We short here, long here, right? Do you get it? If you're not profitable, maybe this would be something to focus on. Now, you can't just take everything blindly, right? I mean, there's got to be context is involved here. And this would have been, a trickier one. Of course, you can look here and say, okay, was there some demand down here? Well, yeah. Is that classic Elliott getting started? Not really. That's not a great start. All right, I got an ABC. You can do the same thing up here. Say, oh shit, why am I stalling up here? Right, supply here. We'll just change the color there, so be consistent. Oh, where are you? Supply zone, right? So, okay, we're through the supply zone here. What do we run into? And now we're running into the 50 from the high. Right? It's just out. It's just one. I know. It's annoying, right? There are times where it's like, oh, fuck, come on, right? But the thing is, if you don't check it, you'll buy right into it, right? It happens every day, all the time. And why would somebody sell there? Why would they do it? Only one reason, right? They don't know it's there. Lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Oh shit, probably a 50 in there as well. Right? I mean, it's just once they start, it's just there it is, right? We're in the pocket. There's the target. It's just a series, right? It just continues until, okay, maybe we have something that's changed here because there's a break. Okay, so I got to get all these, there's so many of them, it's just fucking ridiculous, right? Okay, all right, so here we go. Now I've got a measured move, contemporary measured move, right? That says, I think that's the better way to say it because we all know a traditional, right, measured move is just A to B equals C to D, right? 100%. And again, David Halsey in his great book, Trading the Measured Move, I think it's better to call it a contemporary measured move, right? What, I mean, again, what is there something else that I need to say here, right? We had 80% odds of getting there. I mean, really, you could take all of the Elliott, everything else out of it here, and you could just focus on this. I promise you, your results will improve. I can't even imagine what the number is over 6 years. 25, 30,000 times I've shown that. Did you take it long here? Were you watching Immutable? Right? But again, reminder, the asset doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, right? Everything is driven by the algos, right? Is that the only algo? No. Is it an algo that we can track? Yes, right? All the other algos, right? Well, you're kind of, I think, right? Maybe there'll be some supply there. It's logical, but this is just in your face over and over and over again. I'm not trying to be a dick and say, did you not get it? Did you not get it? That's never what I'm saying. I'm just trying to draw your attention to this. Once we start a series like this, Well, how would you have known, right? So the first thing that happens here, right, is we break on this side. Oh, whoa, something changed. We went into the supply, but we broke, right? Because it's been measured move, measured move, measured move. Oh, something changed, right? So even though here, you know, that's a little tricky, right? That's the only thing in context that would have you considering this. Now, consider the risk reward there, right? So, you know, when you look at this and you go, oh shit, I don't know, man. It's lower low, lower high, lower low. Oh, am I going to take that trade? You'll note this is log scale. Look at your risk reward there. If we're going just to the algo target, that's 17 to 1. Look how little the risk is there. So even though you're looking at that going, oh shit, I don't know, man, I'm not sure, right? That's not a higher high. Oh, it's in the pocket. Maybe I could look. What if you can't be scared in here? Scared money. You've heard me say this many, many times. You cannot be afraid of it. You got to respect, right, how quickly it takes, but you cannot be afraid of it. You got. How do you take this without fear? Well, okay. What are we risking there? $12. Right? Don't do this. Now you're at one, bear to 2 to 1. I mean, fuck, you could do that, right? At least you get 1 to 1 there. But there's no reason to do that. The whole premise is we've got the corner. That's the whole premise of a golden corner pocket. The corner's in. What would give you conviction that the corner's in? Is it the golden zone? Is it the little demand zone that's sitting right there? Would that do it? I mean, I can show them to you all day, every day, right? There is no place I can't find hundreds of these. No market, no asset, no time. None, zero, doesn't exist because it's always there. So how could you not be trading these? I don't get it. I don't get it. If you're not making money, wake up. Whatever you're doing, right? If it doesn't include this, I don't know how to help you anymore than just to show it to you in your face over and over and over. So finally go, fuck, okay, maybe I'll try that next one. Now, if you get stopped out the first time, don't go, well, fuck, that shit doesn't work. Take 10 of them with that little amount of risk and then report back to me how you're doing. Okay, so that's immutable. What are we doing there? 1, 2. Well, I mean, the swings in here are, there's a 5, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Do we want to get out of there? Want to think of that as a, you know, the Elliott there is a little suspect. I can't say I love it. But okay, let's see if we go down. That's an 8. Let's go to a 1. See if there's any way we can get something that would make sense, right? With your Elliott hat on. So that looks 3, 3, right? So it looks like you've got. Oh, Jesus, that's not pretty. Ugh. That's not clean Elliott. It's just not, right? So let's get this out of here. Oh, that's all right. Oh, I drew that. Well, that's an ABC right there, right? So we can see the 3, 3, 5 right there. We can see that. That's we can put. So let's see if we can piece something together here. It's the 1 that's. Ugh. Oh, fuck! You've got all of this. You know, this is the other thing, right? If the Elliott's not clear, it looks like you start here and you get something. It looks like you get a little 5 in here. Let's go with it. All right, so you're getting the subdivision that you want here. So I've got a 3, I get a 5. This looks like it's complex, right? So we can kind of piece it together. Another ABC. So I've got an expanded B here. That's pretty good. That's a pretty good little 5. Correction, right? So where are we coming down to? We come again. You can just kind of piece these together. There's a story that it's telling if we piece it together. Okay, ABC, right? We mitigate here this little. Oh shit! You can make a case it was already tapped. So we go down to the very lowest portion of it. You see what I mean? Right here. This little swing down already mitigated. So we can go here. Let me look at that. Right to the edge of it. And this was the golden. Doesn't get that low, which is kind of surprising, right? You might have been thinking, oh, fuck, right? Oh, they're going to get that for sure, right? The fact that they don't. Okay, so where's the entry, right? So it's tricky, right? I'm not saying it's not going to always be, you know, oh, perfectly clean, you know, impulse. Where's the entry? Oh, come here. not always going to be golden. Oh, shit, I missed it. God damn it, I was tracking that. Did you? Did you miss it? Right? Or did you get another chance, right? So, there are times, right, particularly when the algos are really running. You've seen this in the stock indexes the last couple of days. When it's going, right, they won't give you, there's no pullback, right? They won't give it to you, right? They're very deliberately keeping retail out, right? Because retail's waiting for a retrace. So here, when you see this kind of thing, right? Oh, shit, I missed it. Oh, well, I didn't want to pick the turn. Oh, well, I didn't see a clean 5 in here. Oh. Here, well, you can't chicken out here. You got to have some balls there. Again, it's just that, it's not that hard. It's just not that hard. First, second, third. Okay, well, let's see if we can put something together there. All right, it's a little wonky in here, but let's see if we can get something. All right, can we A, B, C, or 2? But this is going to be 3, 4, 5. That's got to go up. So let's go to micro here. All right, so I got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, see, at least I see a finish in a 5. But what are we really doing here? Right, we're just going sideways. It's just a consolidation. It's just range, right? So we sweep the high, come down, sweep, get a little liquidity grab at the low, sweeping the internal liquidity. It's, every move starts that way. You'll almost always find a little sweep of the low, and then off we go. So 1, 2. Okay, well, can I keep going? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll drill down there, but okay, good start on it, right? So all we're doing is just constructing an Elliott count here. It's a little, well, this is a little funky, but once it gets going, and that's often the case, right? It's not uncommon. Not uncommon with Elliott, where it's kind of coming out of the fog, and then boom, all of a sudden it's like, whoa, it sure did show up. Now, do I know that's the 3, 4? Well, let's do a little measuring, right? I mean, again, what you see me do here every single week is the exact same thing over and over and over again, right? So here's 2618 here. We didn't quite make that. Here, interestingly, we got to the what would appear to be the 3 here. Don't overlap the 1. Again, just applying standard Elliott, right? I know Elliott, Oh man, I got to use all the new shit, right? That crap doesn't work anymore. I just saw a post, right, from yesterday. Elliott's bullshit, right? Is it? You tell me, right? Don't take my word for it, ever. Don't take my word for anything, right? All I try and do is just come on here and just show it to you. So you don't ever have to take my word for anything. Now, is that an ideal start, right? It's a little bumpy on the start, but once I get here, is there any question that we are impulsive and that we are trending here? Is that a question mark? I'm going to assume not. Okay, well, again, standard ops, what would we anticipate? If assuming that's the high, all right, well, let's just go to typical wave 4 retracements here. So, okay. I got a completed impulse. I got a new target up here. I got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The only question mark is how we're going to start this, right? But let's see if this thing completes first, right? And if you're like, well, okay, I'm not sure, that was a little funky on the start. Okay, well, let's see if we can do this, right? Are we going to do something like this and then go up here and complete it? Okay, well, then there's no question. You know where you are. You know what you've got here. Okay, well, a little funky getting started, but here's a completed impulse. Okay, so what would we be in? Now, again, I don't have that. But now we're going to be back here going, okay, well, if that's a completed impulse, where am I looking for the next entry? Now, this is where people they fuck themselves, right? Because they get impatient. Like, oh, fuck, man, I don't want to wait for that. Oh, you're telling me I got to wait for this to come all the way back here? Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. That impatience, oh, fuck, man, I don't want to miss it, right? If it's going to go, that impatience kills more accounts, causes more losses than anything else I could possibly name. Just trading out of boredom, right? It's like a FOMO. I got to wait for this to come all the way back down here. I got to wait for this. We're going to go from 223 to we're going to come down over almost 75 cents. 230, where's 130 down here, right? So we're going to come down 3/4 of that. Yeah. If you want to trade high probability, right? If you're going to apply this kind of methodology, you're waiting. When it's up here, I know that's frustrating. I mean, you're either in here to approach this with discipline and something strategic that is proven over time, or you're just winging it, right? And if you're just winging it, you won't last long, right? You may get lucky here and there, but you won't sustain as a trader. You won't, right? If you don't have a disciplined, mechanical, consistent approach to the market, you're just jacking yourself off, right? It's just, oh, maybe I'll hit one, maybe I won't, right? But you have no potential to survive as a trader, none, right? It's just a matter of time before you blow up, right? So you can either learn the hard way, and I give you some hard truths. You can either learn it the hard way, or you can just keep playing around. And if that's your intention, you just want to come in here and have some fun. But I'm not saying don't do that. I'm just saying don't have an anticipation that you're going to be profitable. Right? You come in here and you get a little. What is it? It's a dopamine hit, right? We're a dopamine nation. Well, where can I get? Where can I get a little dopamine hit? Trade a little crypto, catch a little porn, watch a little YouTube. Right? I mean, that's what we do, right? It's dopamine. Where can I get a hit? That is not how you make money. Hard truth. Sorry about it. Okay, immutable. Well, next trade's 4 to the 5, and then you're waiting for the next 2. Pretty good one. Okay, who gave me that? Fellow trader. Good one. Good one to look at. All right, now this is another one here. Have you Solana chart? Arrow, I do. CN now I know what that is. Now I know you're. This is another member here put this request in early in the week. What a rip-roaring monster this is. Holy shit, I had not looked at this. Look at that. This is the Nifty 50. Wow. Wow. That's all you can say. Right, here's the financial crisis. Here's COVID, right? The two retracements, right? The two major retracements we got. That's COVID. Well, so that's financial crisis. That's COVID, right? So we're just running from here. We can just use that as a starting point. He wanted a kind of a long-term look at this. Well, I mean, okay, well, nothing goes up forever, but certainly this is quite an established trend, right? So is there anything you would want to do here on the short side? I think not, right? Probably not. Well, let's go back to a daily here. I was just working off the COVID low, see if I could get something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? That's pretty, I know Elliott Wave doesn't work anymore, right? You got to use all the cool new contemporary shit, which is just repackaging of the old shit. If you don't realize that, you're just being taken advantage of. ICT, all of it is all just repackaged. It's all just repurposed and repackages. Not that he's not a brilliant marketer, but very little that's new. Right, just relabeled, renamed, remarketed, repackaged for the sheep, right? And he's got quite a lot of sheep, so I can't argue with that, right? He's probably the dominant influencer in all of TA. My point is not that there's not good content in there. My point is that it's nothing new, right? And that's what new. So that there has to be a batch of new traders who, just like Elliott Wave, right? When I first started, people were like, "Oh my God, what is this Elliott Wave? What is this voodoo? This Elliott Wave stuff?" It was just what was taught to me. Right, okay, so let's see. Can we get through here? So look at this perfect tap here, right? So we get this down sloping here, action here. Right, so here's, you missed a bullish order flow up and then right to the 50. Boom, mitigates and off we go, right? So just beautiful, beautiful stuff here, right? Beautiful TA, but is there a trade setup here? Well, I mean, you've got this that sweeps these lows, so perhaps, right, this might be just the internal of this fifth, right? 1, 2, 3, right? The sweep here and hold. You'd likely be thinking that's the 4 here at this degree. It's either that or it's 1, 2, and you're putting the 3 up here is the other thing I considered. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that would be at a different degree. I'm not so sure about that. This could be higher. This could still have legs to go here. Well, what can we do, right? If you're in this, right? Because okay, well, pretty obvious trend line here. If I go out a little bit, right, it gets pretty fat. If I pull this back, 1, 2. What is that? What hit on that day? Something hit there. I don't know if it was just everybody. June 24th, Tuesday. Looks like what they were doing here was just they needed fuel, right? So they're just coming down here to grab all the liquidity there before they go again. But looks like in here, right? Again, this is not rocket science, right? It looks like we've got A, B, C, 4. Again, there's no sign of that topping. Why would you assume it high here? You wouldn't. Now, I don't know how many in the U.S. are trading this, right? Probably not as many, but okay. So we could look at it this way. Say, okay, well here's some demand. Let's do demand here. Oh fuck, it takes me a minute to find them. Okay, so this is totally mitigated, right? So I got demand here. So if I'm looking at this, I would do it this way. I wouldn't include that wick, right? It's just too far. If anything, right, this is fully mitigated, right? So I don't know if that even is in play, right? We could look here and say, okay, I got this right here, right? So bullish order flow right down before we go up, right? So, okay, that looks like that's already, we're subdividing here. I've got a rip-roaring 1, 2. That looks like big extension in the 1, 2, and this looks like, it's either we're going into 3 or it's the 1 of 3. So absolutely nothing to suggest that we're topping. Nothing. Just raging bull. So who gave me this? Berkshire. I can't pronounce your handle there. Berkshire, right? So A, B, C into a 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? Jesus Christ, it's just perfect, Elliott, right? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What do we assume there? Is that the 3? God, look how good this is. Whew. Actually, I could put it here. 1, A, B, C, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Jesus, I know. Elliott is so outdated, right? Give me the cool new hip stuff. You're looking for a retrace, right? This was a gift right here, September 24th. You got a gift to try and get long. I mean, there's not much to say there, Berkshire, other than buy pullbacks, right? I don't know what else to tell you, right? There's no forecasting a top here, right? We could be no top in sight. Now, eventually it'll come, right? There'll be a retracement, something like this. Again, these are gifts, right? You can kind of see, right? Oh. Now, would you have known, like right here, oh shit, maybe I want to sell, and remember we're in a range. Again, once it starts to go like this, there's no chance to get back in until you get here, right? And you would just, right, applying what we teach, right? You'd have been saying, whoa, why it didn't come back? Just because that's the ideal spot to come back doesn't mean that's where it's coming. And again, they're not letting you in. Okay, that's probably enough on that one. So I got those first two. Okay, now I'm back to the regular list here. Oh shit. Mojaka, did you give me the Nifty 50 too? Holy shit, I got 2 asking for the, well, there we go. Right? But this is his chart. Let's see what he's thinking. Let's see, right? Maybe this would be interesting to see what he's got for the Nifty 50. Let's see what he's thinking, how he's labeled it. Looks about this. Oh shit, looks like he did it exactly. Well, he's a student of ours, right? So he studied, right? I mean, what I did was not, anything brilliant. 1, 2, 1. Check your encoder setting. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Right, that has to be a 4 since we sweep all of this. Right, still going into the 3. 1, 2. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't think that's ready to be called a top in just yet, right? Because we don't have 5 swings here, right? So if this is the 4, Chaka, right? 1, 2. There's a clear impulse that's still going. Oh, unless you're trying to pull a 2 in here. Maybe. Is this what you're thinking? If this is the A, B, C, that's got to be, but that's the 4. So where are we getting a 2? Calling that the 2? Even if we go to a 60. There's just really, well, you'd have to do it here. This is, come on. Machine's lagging. Hang on. Even still, right? If you go here, if you called this the 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? It's not ripe yet. It's not ready yet. It needs another leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? We need all of that before this is ripe for any sort of retrace. Yeah, so very nice work below here, but I think that you're a little soon on this, suggesting the top is in. Now, all it would take is for the market to, turn around and I'll be, changing my tune. But right now, it's just looking at it. Why would you assume the top is in, right? We don't have 5 swings. Okay, so that's interesting that I got 2. That's odd that I don't think Mo Chuck is. I don't think maybe he is. Trades the Nifty. Okay, all right. So enough of that. All right, so let me come back here. What do I got? I got Jamie looking at silver. This must be one he trades because he references this one often. Okay, hang on, guys. 24 June. Oh, that's what it was. June election in India, I guess. Oh, good. See, I knew it was something. Thanks for that. And it drops. Okay. I've never traded the Nifty 50. Do I need to, I don't need to know anything about what's going on over there other than major dates like that. I certainly would want to know that. Okay, so let's go over here and just kind of get the color scheme that I like. Okay, this looks good. So you're giving me a daily on silver. So nice here, right? So here's the, so for example, oh, come here. Right, so if I did this, right, we can see here's a little nugget here. I'd probably do that. Better to do this off a little bit. Let's do it this way. Let's go. Let's do all of it. It's not as big as I thought I would see there. Well, we got a little bit of a stall here. So there's some reason, right? So what do you think that would be? You just start picking it apart, right? I do the same thing every week, right? So I'm assuming you guys know, before I do it, you kind of know what I'm going to do. Wick pokes its head through, straight down. Into the pocket where Jamie notes, right, where he's identified, well, he's fine-tuning even more than I am. Right here, so here's the little pocket. Okay, 1, 2, 1, yeah, I'm with you there, right? So it's nice work. Okay, so we'll get that out of there. So 1, 2, let's see, how are we doing that? Well, let's look at that, Jamie. Why? Oh, come on, stop lagging. Well, that's a free fall, right? So you'd have to go 1, 2, 3 for an ABC. Yeah, let's go with it. Okay, so let's just get that, brighten that up a little bit. Right, okay, 1, 2, impulse, right? So always easy to, that's why I do those, right? So I don't forget, right? So 1, 2, oh, look, impulse, right? So 1, what are we going to do here? W, X, Y. Yeah, let's put it over 1. A, B, C, X, A, B, C. Oh, that's an ABC. So pardon me, you do this WXY. All right, so we do ABC, WX, ABC, Y. All right, to drop that in. Okay, all right, so we got it, right? So WXY. That kind of sucks. It's not perfect, right? You might have to look here. 1, A, B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, that it matters. Although that's pretty clearly a 3, right? So if I was looking at that, I would have not been thinking 1 wave. That's a decent, it almost looks like you got a little triangle there. Let's take that up a degree. You might have to do it that way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, does it matter? Well, to the student, it might. Let's take that. Just, okay, so I'm, after the fact, right? So, again, does it really matter? I'm not so sure. Well, I get a clean impulse here. All right, so that's clean. Let's put that in white. Let's take you up a degree. Okay, so there's a 3. There's not. Look, I know. Elliott Wave that's bullshit now. There's a clear impulse. There's the 4, right? Whether you're calling this the 1 or not really doesn't matter. What I can see is here. Okay, I've got a completed impulse. Where do I retrace? A little shallow. I'd have been looking for it to tap that. Well, there's a little fair value gap in there, right? You can see that right there. Maybe the imbalance. Oh shit, we got a big one in there. A little fair value gap in there. All right, so we know the market will seek those out, right, to rebalance. Straight shot after coming off of that. 1, 2, 3, 4, A, B, C. So sometimes as I go through these, right, you're like, oh, fuck, man, why do I care, right? Well, this is hindsight. Because what we're trying to do is to build the technical foundation to say, okay, well, if this is, let's go up a little bit here. If this is 1, 2, 3, if this is 1, 2, 3, 4, okay, is the context right for the next trade? Okay, I don't overlap the 1 here, so let's measure it, right? So is it trading technically? That's really what all I'm doing here. Is it trading technically? Right, so if I take the time, see that's again, this is just a, that's why 95% people fail, right? They don't take the time to do the extra work. They come over here and they go, okay, what have I got over here, right? And they don't look back to any of the historical context to say, oh shit, does any of this, right? Does this support the idea that we're going up here? And if I'm going up here, what am I? It's just another high, but where is it in the broader picture? Just takes what, an extra 10 minutes, right? The better you get, the faster you move, right? Until, you're going to find some, right? Many times here I get stalled, right? Like, oh, fuck, right? It's very complex. You can't see it. But usually, right, when the Elliott's clean, right, it's going to be hard to miss. It's a little tricky in here, right? A little tricky. What are we trying to do? Okay, so again, this is why this is why I take the time to do this. Okay, well, here. Okay, well, if that's the 1 and that's the 2, oh, lo and behold, what am I looking for? I'm looking for this 3. Where am I looking for it? Where's the highest probability location to find a wave 3? You see why it's worth doing that, right? So then if I get up here, am I saying, do I want to sell it up here? No, that's not what I'm saying. But if I'm long here, I don't want to, because it's very tempting, right? Any pivot is like, oh shit, I better take profit up there. If I'm going to take this, if they're going to sweep this high, oh, but I better grab it. Because obviously what they're going to do is do this. We're going to grab that liquidity and do this. Now, I'm not saying that's not going to happen, but you see, if you're constantly worried about that, okay, well, did you buy it here? Oh, maybe he did. Looks like maybe he did. All right, what do we have there? Anybody want to guess? I'm out of things to say. Did you buy it here, Jamie? All right, is there some reason why you wouldn't buy it? Oops, let's get this right on there. What did we have here? Golden corner. What are the odds of golden corner hitting its target? 80%, right at the pivot. Right, keeps going. Right now, are we going to get up to the other side of it? Are you disappointed here if you're 80% hit here and that's all you got? What, from 27 to 30, right? You disappointed? Well, what was your risk reward there? Oh fuck, where are you? Jesus, no, I can't. Oh Jesus, where is it? I can't find. Here we go. Six to 1. You disappointed? Yeah, I kept going. Yeah, okay. Did you have another chance to get in? Did you? Get that out of there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, what? Look, okay, Jesus, I know. It's just I feel it's silly. I repeat myself so often. Okay, what's that? Let's take this off. All right. What is that? Break of structure. What do we anticipate after every single break of structure? Now, keyword here, anticipate. Not that the market is obligated to do anything. It's not like, well, shit, if it doesn't retrace, right, then something's wrong. No, that's never what I'm saying, right? But you can anticipate that. That's all we ever get to do, right? That's all we can do. So golden zone, golden zone. Did you get a few other chances to buy it? Oh, shit, I missed that one. Did we get a clean 5 here? Did we? I don't know. I know this Elliott Wave is bullshit now. I know it's bullshit, right? You got to use all the new shit, all the super cool stuff. All the cool kids are using the SMC and ICT, right? And oh shit, we got candle range theory now. We got all sorts of new ones that are coming in, right? It's the same shit, just repurposed, right? Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, did I have another chance to get that? I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know if I can take that one after that 5. God, maybe it'll come down and it'll tap the golden zone. Right? Did I get another chance to buy it? We'll see. What we had the Nifty 50. Now we're at silver. Jesus, what else do we have? Oh, IMX, right? Across all of these assets, right? Does this change? Does the TA change? No. Does the asset matter? No. Does the time frame matter? No. Does log or arithmetic matter? No. Is Elliott bullshit? Well, see, that's the cop out, right? Oh, it's just bullshit, right? I tried it a little bit and it fucking didn't work. That's the cop out, right? Again, 95% of traders fail. Is it because the Elliott Wave isn't effective anymore? No, that's not the reason. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, golden zone, golden zone, golden zone, golden zone, golden zone. Now, what's about to happen up here? Assuming, right? We don't assume it. Break a structure. Where are we in the count, right? Does that 1, 2, 3, 4? It looks like that's going to complete the 3, right? So it would be perfect. It would make perfect sense. Let's get this out of here, right? If we sweep this high, Jesus, what am I? Let's go to 60. 1, 2. Excuse me. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. Sure looks like a 4, doesn't it? Try to do it here. Come down. Let's put you here. Let's take you up 1. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Right. So if we're going to go up here, that will be the break of structure. What do we anticipate after the break of structure? Where are you? 4. 4. Where can we say, oh, well, if this is going to be an impulse, right? You shouldn't take out that, right? So do I have a target here and an invalidation level? All this is still the implication is that this is still coming. Right? This is all still coming way higher. You see, there's a logic to it, right? See, I'm not trying to be. Oh, let's see what I want to do there. I got to take that up. 1, 2, 3, 4. What am I trying to complete? I'm trying to complete the 5 of this. This has to go up a degree. Right? So 1. Here's all I'm trying to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I gotta put them up here somewhere. Right, what am I completing here? I'm not completing that's not the top, that's the 3 I'm trying to get. Let's go back to the 4 hour. Let's take this out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, you're anticipating, zigzag, triangle, combo, something, right? So to get up here to get to this. Okay. Let's measure it. So let's use targets, right? That's all I can do is look at historical context. Look, I can't make this shit up, guys. Do you see the precision here, right? So how can it be that precise? Fucking software, algorithms. It's not Billy Bob, trading silver and John Trader. That's not how that's happening. Only software is that precise. Now, I'm not here yet, but I was here. I mean, how many Goldens do I have to show you before you say, I'm going to pay attention to that next time? I can't trade them for you, right? So I can just show you over and over and over again. You're like, God, I've seen that 5,000 times. Maybe the next time I'm going to start to incorporate that into my TA. Want to get the speed version of how to put this into your brain? Belt system. All right, not to pimp our stuff, but we can help you. If you're not making money, we can help you, right? There's 10, 20, 50, I don't know how many. Everybody and their brothers got a paid Discord. God, when I started, there was only a handful. Now, and anyone who's got a TradingView account has got a Discord and a paid group and a mentorship. It's, Careful who you follow there. Okay, right. So, I think we got this, Jamie, right? It's just rip-roaring bull with no sign of a top going in. Jeez, I can't even find the 4s. Where's my 4? 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's go to the daily. Can't find it. 1, 2. So, right, we looked here. I think this was a 50, right? So this was the 50. 1, 2. 1, 2, golden. 1, 2, golden. 1, 2, 1, 2, right? Just nonstop, right? Technical. Looking for that 3. Here's the 4, 5 at that degree. Take that. 1, 2. Off to the side. May be too much. Now we could put a sliding parallel on that. Oh, come here. We'll do it this way. Ah, come on. Oh, just to get it even. So it's about equidistant, right? So if I just doubled it. But what I would do here with this is I would hide this one, right? But you can't forget it, right? Don't forget that you have it. Right, I would hide that one. Come here. And I would be focused on the internal one because this one looks like what the market is responding to right now. Get you right on there. I know this is annoying right after the fact. So first thing we do is, Jesus, golden 50. So where's the trade? Right here, right? So we're not there, 80% realized. How many trades are you teeing up with 80% odds of getting to their target? What was the risk reward there? Let's assume you're going to go under the golden for your target and 7 to 1 here on a daily in silver. That could make your year right there. 20 bucks to 31. That's a monster move, right? That's thousands of dollars if you're in it. Right. Very hard, right? Hard to stay through the retrace, but it's golden zone. 50, golden, right? Just over and over and over again. Asset does not matter. Never did, never will. Oh, I shouldn't say never, right? They could change this algorithm. Right now, in contemporary trading, maybe the algos will change it. Maybe AI will change it. But for right now, for the last many years, this just, again, you don't have to take my word for it, right? That's why I just show it to you over and over and over again, right? So it's in your brain. Okay, there's silver. Okay, hi, Chris26. I cannot reach my charts on desktop, but, he wants ICP. Okay, so let's look at that. ICP, what does he want? ICP USD. Oh, I guess we'll go to Coinbase here. I can't go to Blowfin on some of these for longer term counts. Okay, so let's pull out. What do we got here? Oh, I love the look of this. God, I don't know if you guys do this, but I come off of this. I think last week I told you I was coming off. I was going to buy Coinbase here. Some of these ideas here. This was a huge winner for me, right? And all that we did was we teed this up in the last. I wasn't watching Coinbase particularly closely. Huge winner, right? So pay attention to these things. When they set up like this, and I think at the end of the live stream, I said, holy shit, I'm going to go get long in Coinbase here. I did it through options, but there's great ideas in here, right? I don't even have to go too far here. I already know I want to be in this. Okay, so let's just look at where we are. Okay, do we have an impulse? Does the asset matter? What have we done? 4 or 5 charts yet? Is there a chart that's come up where we haven't had this? Nope. Not one. What do we have here? That would be a golden corner pocket. Would it not? Let's get it nice and tight. Is everybody... Is there any confusion here? Okay, do we or do we not have 80% odds of getting to this target? I mean, now, emphasis point here. 80% is not 100%. So 20% of the time, you're going to get stopped out here. Well, if those odds aren't good enough for you, you're in the wrong career path. Okay, so it looks like we've got an A. It looks like we got a little triangle in here. So it looks like I got an A, B, C, D, E, B, C, right? So I got an A, B, C, 1, 2, although it's mighty deep, right? I can't say I love that initial start, but it looks like it's, oh, it's a daily. Let's go to a 4. Looks like we have an impulse to start it. Again, this is not that hard to do. Oh, fuck, I already got something like that. Let's get that down here. All right, do I have a 1? Well, this got off to a good start. It's a little choppy over here. Can't say I love that. You might, this looks like a, oh shit, what do we do here? Well, I don't want to truncate here, but I might have to. So one thought is you might think A, B, C, D. No, it can't have a triangle here. So we're looking for where I can get. I might have to truncate this, which I don't like the idea of. Oh, come here. So what do I got here? Is this all wick? No, that's the lowest close right there. Well, I got an impulse here. So again, a lot of times, right? You're piecing it together one bit at a time. Looks like I've got a little impulse here. Impulse. All right, what am I doing with that? Where does it start? Well, let's keep an eye on that, right? Did we invalidate? We did, right? So that's a bummer. So I can't go 1, 2, right? So that's absolutely out, right? So now I have to look here, say, okay, can I make this fly here? Could this be diag? Well, let's consider that, right? So could we have A, B, C? Well, let's see. Let's do it, pardon me. Let's do it this way. A, B, C. Come here. A, B. A, B, C. Okay, I don't love that. Might be stuck with it. Okay, so let's consider that. 1, 2. We don't know. Let's see what we get here. Let's go to micro. And let's do something we haven't used here. Oh, fuck. Come here. 1, A, B, C. Could that be a 3 going in diag? Could be. All right, so what I'm looking for is, okay, well, if we're bullish here, right, if we're going up for that algo target, for that golden corner pocket target, how am I going to get there? Well, oh, right, that's no good. 1, 2. Well, then I can't go 3, but here's what I can do. Right, again, for the bull, right, if this is 1 and this is 2, and I'm going to go into a diag here, well, that can be the diag 1 of 3. So 1, 2, can't say I love that 2. Let's put it up here. Let's go up a degree or 2, right? So sometimes, right, it's not there, right? Even though this is good, right? I'm not saying don't trade it, but the launch here was a little bumpy. All right, so we could consider this. Don't know where that's going, but you can see what they're doing here. There's right every pivot is getting swept. Right, they're just doing this, right? So break it. All right, let's sing it with me. Break of structure, retrace. Break of structure. What are we anticipating? This isn't the greatest B. Or 2. I guess we can get it in there. Oh, that's a clusterfuck. Here, let's put it down there. May not be perfect. You might have to. Oh, that shit. That looks like. And sweat that right here. I'm looking for a 3 here. I'd prefer to see an expanding diag, but I may not get that. Well, I think they've changed the rules now. They've changed the rules. So you see what we're after here. Okay, so can this be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Or something, you know, it's not the greatest free draw to get a diag going in here. But if this is the one, right, this would be the one of the three, right? So this is actually very, very bullish if we're going to hold. If we're going to hold. So let's pull out. Let's go to 8 and see what we can see here. What are we keying off of, right? This is the reason we're even looking here, right? This pivot. Oh, come here, you fucker. Right here, right? So that's what we're keying off of. Now, we had the potential here for this to be swept and for this to be invalidated, right? And so, I mean, you're taking the trade here. Maybe you're in here, you know, again, assuming you're paying attention to this. Oh, are they coming to get it? Oh, no, right? So I get a higher low, but I don't get a higher high. I don't get a lower low. Now I get a higher high, but I have to really, for this to start to confirm, I got to take out this pivot here, right? We got to get that. If I get that, what would that be? Break of structure. What do we happen after a break of structure? What do we anticipate? Not what we know for sure is going to happen. We anticipate a retrace. Right? So I'm trying to get this little 3 to give me a launch here. Now, new rules, right? So conveniently, new rules and diags, right? We don't have to overlap the 1. So we could go 1, 2, but we just have to do this in a series of 3s. A, B, C, A, B, C, A, B, C, A, B, C, A, B, C. That would be at this degree, right? For the bull, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, let's take that down, sub, and put it in blue here, right? So we're trying to get the 1. We got an impulsive 1. We got a 2, right? Little waterfall. I'm trying to get a diag 1 of the 3, right? So we're trying to get way up here. All of this still to come. Plenty bullish. Right, we're trying, I mean, potentially, right? So now remember, with the 80%, we don't know if it's going to hit here, here, here. We just know that the odds are it's going to get there as long as this pivot holds. Now, if we roll over, new story, right? Invalidated, you take the loser. Here's what you don't do. You don't put your stop down here. You don't do, no. Take the loss. Reevaluate. You can kind of see this is trying to make some legs. Now, never, never, never forget, right? This is the easiest mistake to make. Always an algo on the other side. Easiest mistake. You get so caught up in your bullish enthusiasm, like, oh, I can see it. I see where it's going, right? And you forget that there's an algo on the other side. And what do, right? You buy right into it. Oh, fuck. I forgot there's one on the other side. Just kind of looking here. I don't know. That was a major. Did they use this? That got through by a hair. That's the dominant. Looks like this was a series as well. So the first question is, all right, if you're looking at secondary pivots, right, did they use it? Right? Did they use it? Yeah, they used it. See it? So we know, so that would be a valid, let's get that off there. This would be a valid one to check because the algo used it. Right, but we got a hair through there. Oops. But so sometimes people are like, oh shit, man, you're just picking pivots until you find something that hits. No, I only use a pivot that they've used. The algo used, right? You can see the series here, right? Here it goes again. There it is again. Probably some more down here. But that's why I pull a secondary pivot, or again, only if they used it. Right, so don't forget here as we come up to this, right? That could be the ideal spot when we're going to look at Bitcoin here. You're going to see it, right? Don't forget that it's there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can we get that? Right? If we actually, that would be perfect, right? See, this is where you get a little bit fucked up, right? So you're like, you have 80% odds that it's going to get there. That's a home run ball, right? So you're in the game, right? Swinging for the fence. You don't want to just chicken out and say, oh shit, well, it hit that. This would be. Excuse me. This would be a chance to add. Or you take a partial. Take a partial here. Depending on what's going across, what's the time frame there. That's right into the election, right? Where you can do. I don't think we have to wonder we're going to have massive, massive volatility, if not actually blood in the streets, right? I'm anticipating something really horrific. But that's me, right? I'm not saying, I don't know. I'm just saying that's what I'm anticipating, right? And we'll be trading accordingly. So we get into November here. All of crypto, right, goes crazy because we don't know what's, it doesn't matter who wins, right? It's going to be contested. Contested election, what is that, right? It's uncertainty. What's the one thing the market absolutely hates? Uncertainty, right? So we know it's coming. Don't say I didn't warn you. 1, 2, right? This would be perhaps, right? Get through the chaos, because this is going to be fucking crazy time. Let's get through that. Like, get on the other side of it, right? Maybe we're waiting until January, right? Assuming that even that happens. You might want to wait on that. December, right? Once we get to December, right? It's probably all systems clear, right? Okay, I'm getting caught up here. So hang on one second. I got to turn my AC. Hang on. Okay, sorry, I'm back. Just have to get my AC going. Cranked up. If you don't, no one walks in front of it, it turns the temperature up, right? So this can kind of wait on this one. You don't have to take that, right? But it's a little bumpy on the start, but what's the foundation, right? Right here. I'd rather be long than short. Okay. Oh, Link. This one, I was working on this morning, right? I've got a pretty good, this is an indie I've really been back testing, which I like a lot. That might be for a separate video. Okay, here's the thing with Link. It's kind of the same thing with Bitcoin, right? You're like, oh, we're seeing this across all of crypto. We're doing a 3. Oh, is that what we're doing here? We know we completed an impulse up here. We know that, right? And this is all the big correction, right? So the W here, pretty solid. The X, pretty solid. This is a little funky. You're going to have to do an A, B, C into the B here. We get a Y. Now, I mean, I don't want to be doing, what I want. Right? That looks like a textbook X, right? But, okay, right? So if we, machine's lagging. I probably got too much open. Okay, first, right? How technical are we trading? Let me get the mic over here. Get through on the wick. So we know what drove that, right? That's just an algo. We know that. So we know they use this pivot. Again, right? I mean, I don't tell these guys to bring up, only ask for charts that where we know where there's, I mean, I can't make this shit up. What is there to say? Right, so we can understand why it's running into a little resistance there. You're probably getting it right. Remember, it's on both sides, right? There it is again. We go right into the golden zone. Now, I'm not saying we can't get through that. I'm never saying that. I'm just saying understand why it's stalling there. Really, I don't. I'm very long Link. I want that to come down because then I know where I am. If I'm going to break through here, whoa. What? How am I getting out of here? 1, 2. We're going to do 3, 4, 5. Is that what we're going to do? How are we going to finish it here? How are we going to start the launch here and go into an ABC, right? So then we're back to, oh, fuck, man. Are we doing this to the diag? It's kind of forcing your hand there. So I would much prefer this come down here and sweep this low. I'd much prefer it, even though, yeah, that's drawdown. But as a technician, I want to know where I am. I'd have major conviction in buying down here. With this, I'm like, oh. Well, number one, right, this is not an impulse. Now, you can see I was trying to see, God, is this what we've got? What do I have here? I think I went down to a 60, right? Is this what we're stuck with? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Oh, God, that's just fucking hideous, right? Because it doesn't make sense. If this is 1, 2, that's going to be 3. That doesn't look like an impulse. 4, that's going to be 4 compared to that 2. It doesn't fly. It doesn't make sense. Well, you see, let's get this back on here. All right, it doesn't, I mean, again, the market's under no obligation to do anything, right? It's just us trying to figure out, right? Can I solve the puzzle here? This looks like a 3. This looks like a 5. 3. So are we doing this through a diag? It's kind of frustrating for the technician, right? Because it's kind of a brain freeze. What? That's not an impulse. That's a 3. That's a 3 all day, right? I don't think there's anyone is going to dispute that that's a 3. Say the same thing here. Are we arguing about whether that's a 3? Arguing, wrong word, right? Are we disagreeing about whether this is a 3? A, B is not, it doesn't quite work as a flat. The B is not deep enough. If this was the B, it's not quite deep enough. It looks like we broke the golden there, but oh, let's go platinum here. Where are you? Well, we got into the 707 range. This looks like an impulse. So it's A, B, C. It just is. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, shit. 1, 2. I guess you'd do it in here. 3, 4, 5. Into a double. Well, so of course, one very real possibility here is we just sweep this, right, for liquidity. We could expand the B, but he might be stuck here putting the X over here, right? So thinking A, B, C into the X. Let's go to a 4. Right, this is not an easy one. I mean, this is so much of crypto is doing this, right? Bitcoin's doing this. You're like, oh, fuck. Is that how I'm going to finish this? See, so for me, right, and now I'm plenty long here. So for me, it's just a question of, do I want to add here, or do I just want to kind of watch and see what's happening here? I don't think I want to do anything until I see how do we resolve here. You can certainly see, I mean, they did it here, right? You can see it just happens over and over again, right? There's the sweep. Same thing here, right? You just see it over and over again, right? We're always sweeping liquidity, right? So any move almost always starts with a whoop, we got to grab the stops, and down we go, right? Now here, we didn't quite get it. Oh, maybe make a case here that they swept this, right? They got just enough to get it to go. Same thing here, just enough to bring it down. Same thing, right? You see every pivot is always going to be the same, right? You're always going to see this, right? Because that's what the algos do, right? They grab the liquidity there and then take it higher, right? So it looks like the same thing could be happening here. God, maybe we finish this as a triangle. And the Y comes over here. Oh, shit. The Z comes over here. If we're doing it as a W, X, Y, X. Shit, you might have to put the Y over here and drop the Z. And we're going to do some sort of a triangle into the 2 down here. It's a tricky one. It's just like, when in doubt, we got to go to log scale for that. When in doubt, stay out. Or don't add. Don't make it worse, right? Just, okay, let's see what happens, right? That's a green banana. I don't know what's coming on there. I know what I can see here. Right, we did have a wick, right? One quote from ICT that you hear me reference a lot that I actually do like, right? It's not like everything he says is stupid, right? It's the wicks do the damage, right? Bodies tell the story. Only partially mitigated right now. You could make a case here that we got this section here, right? We got a toe into it. That's a hurry up and wait, I think, right? We got to see where we're going here. Now we're through here. Let's be mindful, right? What's the algo going to do? It's just going to go from one pivot to the next pivot to the next pivot. So we're not in the clear until we break this, right? We're not bull game on. All right, so next pivot is right here, assuming we break this, right? We go a little higher. Oh, you might do A, B, C to get the X there. But right now, odds look like, right, per the TA, a pattern recognition, or you call it what you want, right? The odds favor another leg down. That's odds, right? Odds are odds. We can certainly look at this and say, well, that sure looks like a 3. That's not in dispute. That's not the start you wanted. Okay. Let me keep going. Okay, that's for Chris in Belgium. I got Q. He wants OP and Doge. Okay, let's take a look there. OP, USD. Oh, we can go to Coinbase here. Okay, there's a daily. Well, so that's kind of handy. One of the features of, oh, good. SMC software, right? Let's do it this way. Mind log scale, yeah, I am. All right, so why is it using that? Oh, because that's the highest close. Okay, right, so are we in discount or premium? Right, again, you could keep it simple. You don't have to make it crazy complex. Well, let's take a look here. Right, so this is a very popular crypto. OP. Oh, we got a higher low there. So, right, it's just the same process, right? Do I see a clean Elliott count here? Not really. Well, let's just start measuring and see, right, how technical we are, right? You see me do the same thing over and over again. Oh, what a shock. What a shock. And another shock. That's all it does. Another shock. Oh, you got to be kidding me. That's a lot of shock. Again, right? I mean, it's not why it moves. It's how it moves. All right, so with all that, you know, there's your history lesson, right? So we know it's trading very technically. We know the algos are in here. We know we just hit one. We know we got that one. We know we got that one. 1, 2, 3, right? That looks like an ABC. So this looks, could we get this? Yeah, I think we could, right? Because we could do A, B, C. Let's see if we can get a diag going here. Do I like that? Not really. What's an alternate, right? So often you'll put something up like this because you're like, oh fuck, let's just see what we got here, right? Does that make sense? A, B, C, A, B, C, A, B, C, A, fuck. I don't know if that matters here. I'd probably do a combo because there's a 3. W, X, oh shit. A, B, C, W, X, A, B, C, Y. All right, so I've got a 4. A, well, there's an impulse. Well, pardon me, that's a diag. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, A, B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's not like it's terrible. Or that it's just not there. It's there. Is that what you'd love to see? Not really. We're in the discount. Oh, shit. Maybe do something like this, right, for a little overthrow. Well, I mean, buy or sell, right? It's a gun to my head, right? If I only have one, I'm buying that. I'm definitely not. What you're not going to sell in the discount, right? We'd only be looking to be a buyer there. But it's, again, there's the same thing that's happening across alts, right? Oh, I got a 3. What the fuck? Well, again, I got to do this again. That's what crypto's doing, right? So then so you say, oh, but I'm a bull. How does this fly? Well, we might have to do it this way. I don't even know if that flies. Let's go to a 4. It's a series of 3s again. It's tricky, right? So when the market's doing this, don't feel like, well, fuck, man, I got to do something. No, you don't. You don't have to do anything. Yeah, but I'm trading crypto, right? So I got to put on trades. That's not how you're successful in the markets, right? You wait. You got to pick your spots. Oh, fuck. That's well, you know, there we go. That's 3 all day, right? So you're kind of stuck with that again. Could we finish this? It's kind of the same thing we just looked at. A, B, C, right? So we got to be completing something complex. There's a change of character. We don't have a break of structure until we get down here. So we're going to try and get this as fuck. We might be stuck with these. A, B, C, A, B, C. Is this what we've got? 1, 2, working on 3, 4, 5. Well, wouldn't be my choice, right? So for OP, it's kind of the same as the one we just looked at, right? I'm a little bit, okay, complete the fucking thing, right? Then I'll get a little more interested, right? If this is going to give me that, right, show what I'd want to see. Now remember, a change of character is a break of market structure. It's less significant, but it's still a break, right? If we get that, what are we anticipating? You can see the little consolidation right here. So that would be potentially demand, right? We got this little rally, base, rally, right? That's what the market does, right? We have an impulsive move, we consolidate, or you can think of it impulse range, expansion, contraction, expansion, contraction. Do we continue to expand here? I think we just looked at this, right? That's already got first target. Again, same thing every time, over and over and over. Can't say I'd be in a hurry to do anything there. I don't think I would. I'd want to see, or at least give me the 3. What's this? See, it looks like that could turn into an impulse, right? That's although not a great one. I'd be watching this. Now remember now, new rules that we don't have to overlap. We don't have to overlap this for a diag. So that could be, well, this would be a contracting, right? We'd have a contracting where you'd prefer to see an expanding in a 1. We don't necessarily want a contracting, but we might be stuck with it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Prefer to see expanding in a 1 always, right? Any Elliottician would. I don't know that that's in. It's going to come out. Well, okay, right? We're consolidating. What are we going to do next? Right? We're going to go up or down. Well, on a positive note here, we broke the golden from that side. Pretty significantly, and we're in log scale here. I don't really need to be in log, right? Because we're not 4 times the range here, but we've broken here. That's what I'd be trying to get out of the hole here, even though that's a horrible finish. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to get a 1. For me, if it's me here, I want to see that finish and then give me this. Then I might look here. You could do the same thing here. You could say all of this is unmitigated, right? It's untapped, right? That's bullish order flow, the down before we go up. So that would be demand. Demand come down here. Remember, we want to look for in a diag, and I don't have the 3, but if I were to get it here, or maybe a little higher, that would be perfect. Right there, we go a little higher on that 3. Come back for the 4 at the 50. Got to get this up here. 4, 5, right? But you're anticipating the 5, right? Now, this is why it matters, right? If this thing starts, what you're not anticipating is an impulse, right? You're anticipating an impulse to start it, but not to finish it, right? Because we're looking for a diag, right? So you're looking for the ABC. Right, that's why it matters, right? Context matters, right? So you could say that's the only thing that matters, right? How do you make a trading decision without the larger context? You don't. If you do, you're just gambling, right? You might as well go to Vegas, put it on black or red, right? Free drinks, pretty girl to bring them to you. Oh, and Doge. Yeah, Rando, yeah, leading diag in the 1, sure, why not? It's just less common to see a contracting diag, right? But again, rules have been loosened up on diags, right? So ideally, you'd see an expanding diag, right, in the 1. Ideally, it would expand. That's more common in a 1. Right, we'd expand it. Doesn't look like we can get there, right? Unless we're going to get a big kick here, which we could, right? Then maybe, oh shit, it isn't expanding, right? But this is a little bit, whoa, right? What's it running into, right? We've got all of this congestion right here. That's bearish order flow, right? It's the up before we go down. I'd hold my powder on that one. What else did he want? Doge. I've got some of this. Doge. Oh. I guess we'll go to Coinbase here. On these larger time frames, we just had a nice contest with Blowfin, but when I go out to the daily, or as you guys know, they don't show up on TradingView. Here's the same problem, right? They don't show up on TradingView until January of this year, so can't do the history. Okay, what are we doing here? Well, that's a problem. Well, I shouldn't say it that way. That's an interesting. That's interesting price action. Okay, so how would we approach this, right? So the Elliott is obviously distorted. What the hell do I have under there? Okay, right. So I've got. Is that a nice 5 to get started? Definitely not. Okay, right. So your next thought would be, oh, okay. Well, I've got higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. Could this be 1, 2, 3, 4? Oh shit, wrong one. All right, I got an ABC complex. ABC. Yeah, you can do it. How should I do it here? That's a big diag. All right, I'm just being reminded by my team here that we have a new contest running here that I can't forget to show you guys. And we have some winners. Okay, so what do I got here, right? Could I have this going in? All right, that too would be contracting, right? Assuming I have this correctly labeled. I don't want to go 1, 2. I want the ABC here. Oh shit, I guess I could do it. I don't know that it would matter, right, if I did it this way. That's I don't think so, right? I think because that's the lowest close. So this is wick. This is the lowest close here of this section here, right? So these are wick, right? So this is actually the lower close here. So I would put the 2 here. It looks like you got to do it this way. You got to do it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A, B, C, because you got to start it here. It looks like this is the low, right? So you got to start the 1 here. Interesting. Just did this just like it did this, right? Just at a smaller degree. All right. So where are we here? Well, that's mighty deep. So it looks like the bear algo took it down. Boom. All right. Just a sequence. All right, looks like they broke that. That's all wick, right? So it could be we're just working off the 50. Second target to the tick. Assuming you guys see that, right? That's here, 50 to the tick, second target to the tick. Again, right, I can show you all day, right? Asset doesn't matter. Time frame doesn't matter. Now, do we have the reverse coming this direction? It's wicky. Just to poke through, right? No close below, right? So they tend, right? With evidence suggests when it's just a wick that goes through, they stay with it. Lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, higher low. Is that enough of a change? Well, you can't call it a change of character, right? We got to break this. That would be your first change of character, right? We got to break that. So this, wouldn't be a break of structure, although technically we're breaking market structure, right? So if we do that, we are looking for a retrace. So we'd be looking for. This would be a micro shift, right? The larger, right? Because this is all one down. So this is confirming the low, right? This would give us a break here. Minor. Sometimes they'll put a little M in front of the M chalk, micro chalk. What are we doing here with Doge? Well, nothing yet. Why? Because we're still in a downtrend. Low, high, lower, low, lower, high, lower, low, in between. So where's the oh, I'm in log scale here, so I got to do it this way. All right, so we could do it this way. All right, we're just got into the premium. I mean, you can still buy it there if you're determined to be bullish. Is that a great looking start? Not really. So I think what the market needs a catalyst. We got the rate cut. The election is looming. What are we, 40-something days away, right? I don't know that we're going to get a major rip in crypto until we get on the other side of that. I could be wrong. Would love to be wrong. Well, you can do it this way as well, right? You can just put the trend line on this. Let's get out of that. This would be this confirms the low, right? So until we break that, you're kind of we got to get that to confirm the. Otherwise, we could just do this and come down here and break structure again, right? So do you notice like, this is the break of structure? This is just an inducement because we can't confirm this low because this is the last retracement that broke this pivot that gave us that low. So until we do that, we don't know that is actually a low. It's just a pivot. Now, if I go down to a smaller time frame, right, we're going to see that a little differently. Oops. We go to a 4-hour. Let's get this out of here. Let's get you out of here, right? So here's the inducement right here. That's the last little retrace. So on the 4-hour, this is confirmed, right? Lower low. It's tiny, right? But the low is confirmed, right? So on a 4-hour, I've got it. Retrace. Still, right, for me, I would want to see that break. That's hurry up and wait for me, right? So remember also, if you break a trend line like this, and this is Al Brooks, right, made this famous, right? A lot of people teach this, right? So if we break here, that's a trend line break. That's not that you don't pounce on that. It's very common on a trend line break for the market to break the first time and then come back for one more sweep of the low, right? That's probably one of the more common. He's famous for that, right? So if we break here, because this, what does retail do here, right? They buy it. Oh, trend line break. Oh shit, that's guaranteed winner. I broke the trend line, right? Which is exactly why, if it were that. Now, I'm not saying that a break of a trend line always does that, right? That's not the point, right? It's just odds are, right? It's all we get, right? It's probabilities. Odds are on a break of a trend line, on the first break of a trend line, not any break on the first break, we're likely to go down to finish that. All right, doesn't mean it's guaranteed to happen. That would be the break. Now, the other possibility here is you get the last little kiss here. But would that make sense? We're going to do a 3, 3, 3, 3. Careful on that one, right? So what's the time frame here, right? December, right? Where's crazy time? Right there, early November. I'm going to keep warning you so you don't get burned there, or you're going to have crazy, 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 crazy there. All markets. Okay. 1 o'clock, got half an hour. Okay, I'm making good progress here. I feel like it's so weird to talk to yourself for 2 hours. Okay, so I got, what do I got? I got Doge. I got Ben B wants Massimo. I'm in already. Okay, let's see what we got there. Oh, shit. What does he want? Oh, shit. What is... Oh, fuck me. Mazzy. Let's go to daily, right? Anything looking at an equity. All right, do I need to be in log scale? Fuck. Yeah, I guess I do. All right, let's do it. I can't get that. Oh, yes, I can. No, I can't. Let's go to a weekly, see how, right? Context, right? We got to go up until we can see what's going on. All right, I think we've, wait a minute. Why am I getting this? What the fuck? feel like I'm missing data. Let's come out of log scale. Oh, that's weird. Is there a pivot there that I can't? Oh, there is. Oh, that's it. Oh, you can't see it. It apparently it opened here and then gapped up. Can you see that? You can't see it. There's a little dot there. I don't know if that's a bad tick or not. But there's a little divot there, a little pivot, right? So something was there. Okay, all right, so, I don't know that I would focus on that. Oops. Oh, there's the absolute low. Well, that's quite a trend. Jeez, I wonder if it'll correct in 3. That looks like it might be short. Didn't quite make it. Secondary pivot? Not quite. Well, what stopped it here? Looks like it's that fair value gap, right? There's always a reason. So we got this pivot right here. Let's just put you right so we can see that. Oh, here I can just do it this way. Oh, I got to put a few more on there. All right, so there we go. Just bumping up the number, right? So here's the big fair value gap that went. Interestingly, it didn't get that pivot. So prior support becomes a resistance. There's the retrace. 1, 2, 3, 4, A, B, C. So I'd be looking at this. A, B, C. Wonder why it stopped there. Do I need to say anything? Does the asset class matter? How about time frame? Nope. Always on both sides. Didn't quite get gold in there, but you're right in the pocket. I mean, in the pocket is in the pocket. You got a nice 3 there. So that looks like you got a nice little corrective 3 to drop you right into the hot zone. 1, 2. All right, that's going to have to get legs, right? What do you have? Obviously, first thing we got to break is that golden. Well, this, who gave me this? Ben B. He's already in. So, okay, so if this is 1, if this is the C, right, for our low, so let's assume that that's a reasonable expectation, right? If you're trading it on the long side, I'm assuming he's long. 1, 2. Okay, well, why would you think something else? Let's get all that out of there. I kind of made that point. Let's label it, right? It takes 2 seconds. What's our target, right? And we got to have a target. Where do they usually go? Have a big cluster of imbalance up here, right? So the algo would have a reason to get up there, rebalance that. I have a corner, right? It's not a perfect golden, but I have a corner pocket. Meaning, of course, right? Just not to be annoyingly repetitive, but hey, I got 80% odds I get there. Now I could get there here, here, here. I got 80% odds of getting there. I'll take those odds. That's a weekly. Let's go to a daily. Okay, can we label this? Oh, that Elliott Wave is so tricky. Is it? Is it really that tricky? Maybe not. All right, 5s and 3s, right? It's not that hard. 5, 3, 1, 2. I don't know that I get a 5 here. I'm anticipating a 5. Where might, right? We do the same thing, right? I got another 1, right? So I'm going to do the same thing. Where might I anticipate? Oh, look at that. 3, 4, 5, right? That would get me to the 100 here. So I'd know here I had a good candidate for a third if I get out of this one. But the internal track here, I'd be looking for it right here. Oh, look at that, right? I'd have some imbalance here. Let's get you right on that corner. Look at that. Well, Ben B, that looks good. I wouldn't touch it till you get up here at 158. You got a solid target up there. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? If you're not in this, right, you're a little late to the party, right? It's kind of late. Subdivision, right? It's going to do the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're going to have the same subdivision, right? It's fractal nature of the market. Let's get you over here. Right, so 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. It's repetitive. Use that to your advantage. Well, okay, right, so just a reminder, right? It's so easy to forget. Do you want to buy it there? Not saying it's not going through. I'm just saying that would be a really stupid place to buy it. But people do stupid things in the market every day, right? Thankfully, right? Fortunately, for those that have a little more information, right? We need those people. Now, you might even be able to pull this a little bit more bullish, right? Because we got a true double there on the 4. Is this the lower? Oof. You might have to play with that as we get a little closer, right? That is the lower low. This is right on it. 80%, but don't buy it there. Duh. Okay. Massimo. Okay, Dr. Alban. Dr. Alban, all right, was very happy to see that he won, I think, what did he win? He won second place in our last competition. Copy link, right? Congrats to him. I think he got 3 months of our pro Discord membership, right? So congrats to him. He's a much improved trader, came to us with, limited technical skills. Now he's doing great. Okay, so what do I got here? DAX index. Okay, that could be interesting. Let's leave it here. I'm going to get to, don't forget, guys, I won't forget. I'm going to announce the new one. What happened there? It didn't get your, there it is. All right, Dr. Alban. All right, I know he's nice now. He knows I don't like those the swings on there. Oh shit! How do I get that off of there? Where? Oh, I guess I have to copy it. Dr. Alban, looking at the dollar index. I think Dr. Alban. I don't think he's in the U.S. I don't know where he is. I forget. All right, this. It's not that I don't value. It's just it clogs up the chart, right? So I look at it last. All right, so, okay, so what do I got here? I got the dollar index, 1, 2, 1, 2. Nice looking 50. Boom. Oh, this is just my brain. Okay. All right, so pretty reasonable. I'm going to take that up a bit. Brighten that up a little bit. 1, 2. All right. Well, there's no. What's that? COVID. Yeah. So you're stuck with that. As I recall, this was also technical. Algos being algos. It's just what they do. Well, of course, it's hard not to notice that this is obscenely bullish, right? I mean, no, I shouldn't say it that way. It's very bullish. Let's go to a weekly. Now, what could completely disrail this? Again, not to be political, but if a whole bunch of tariffs were imposed across every industry Well, that's not going to be good for the dollar, right? And that's a very real possibility. Amazingly, the stupidity of it is astonishing, yet that's a very real possibility that that's where we're headed. I don't think the dollar index would be this technical on a weekly chart, do you? Could, no, never. Well, okay, so hang on, Dr. Albin. Let's put the full thing in there, right? So what is this? It's the tail end of the .com crisis, I guess, right? Or 03. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go big there. All right, this would be, and here's the 1618. Excuse me, there's the 1618. Now, do we have a channel here on this time frame? Yes, we do. Let's match the color, right? So we know what we're referring to. Pretty good. Just as I was saying, right? So here it is, right? And there's a break of the trend line, right? You think maybe there were some sellers there? What did it do? Right off to a new high. Thanks, Al Brooks, for that one. I think where this angle may be too sharp here for median lines. Yeah, it is. You'd have to go to a modified shift, which is just a channel anyway. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So is there any chance that could be a 3, right? You got to consider the possibility here, Dr. Albin, right? Since we hold this to the tick. Shit that doesn't happen randomly. Well, see, so one thought you'd be like, well, hey, why couldn't that be the 3? It's long enough. Log scale, right? Now remember, longer is longer. So if I take this out of log scale, right, this is just to make this point. If I take it out of log scale, well, that means we've blown the golden here. But look where my third is. Look, where's the high probability zone for a third? Is it long enough to be the third? Well, yeah, it is, right? This would have to go to platinum. So we hit something deeper, or there's a 786. Any question about an impulse there? None. Come on. It's drop dead. Beautiful. Right? No dispute about that. I'm sure 100 out of 100 Elliotticians are going to agree. We have an impulse there. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A, B, C into a 2. Right? Now, so the question is, could that be the 3? Right? Again, look, it's not random. Now, so why would you be thinking that? Well, one thought is, okay, let's get some of this out of here. One thought is, oh, look at the depth of it. And again, remember, I'm at a log scale. Now, do we need to be in log scale? Yeah, we do. But for measuring, right, you kind of have to go back and forth. So if this is the 2, here, let's stay out of log for just a minute. Kind of check this. I think we just looked at that. It's a 50. So it's definitely deep enough. 1, 2, 1, 2. Right? So how do we know? Well, I'd keep. That's a toughie. Look, here we go right to it, and then there's unbelievable. Right, again, not a chart we brought up where that hasn't been the dominant force. Right, the dominant algo. Let's go with 1, 2. Right. Well, so the only hesitation there is that it's so bullish, it makes me pause a little bit. So if this is 1, 2 and this is 1, 2, we're talking about levels up here that are up, and that's not in log scale. So I might keep, Dr. Albin, I'd keep two counts here, because otherwise we're going to the stratosphere, and I don't think about that, right? So if the dollar is doing that, what's Bitcoin doing? Yeah, I'd encourage you to be cautious there with that. So let's consider the alternate. No, I'm not saying I'm right. I'm just saying let's consider the alternate. Is it technical if we do it this way, right? Well, we know the 3 went right to the pocket, right? Out of log scale. So we're technical here. We don't overlap, right? We just barely sneak by. Oh, fuck, what am I going to call that? WXY, probably. Oh, fuck, it doesn't matter, right? So then we go again, okay? No, the 50. Dollar likes the 50. Already 2 first target. What are we looking for? We're looking for 1, 2, right? That's reasonable on the 2, right? So 1, 2, we're looking to complete the 3, 4, 5, right? Still, this is still crazy bullish for the dollar. Crazy bullish. Like, well, unseen, right? We've never been, well, we're shit. What do we have? We're at an all-time high now. And we're on the weekly chart here. 1, 2. So look what we're doing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Right? Because we're not completing an impulse. Let's go to daily, see if that flies. There's a lot of complexity here. Well, you stuck with that. Oh, shit. Oh, so you do some sort of ABC to get that done. If not WXY into the 2. 1, 2. God damn it. A little skinny. God damn, those are so tiny. Let's brighten that up a little. 1, 2. Why not 3? Let's be a little more conservative before we just get, crazy bull. It could be the 2. I'm not saying it's not. We'd be looking at 1, 2. This is going to be short. I can't make it, right? So I'm guessing that's what he's thinking. That's an impulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A, B, C. Well, we can still finish here. Remember, 3 doesn't have to be the longest, just can't be the shortest. So I'd want it to prove it to me that it's going to go, right? So what we can do here is do this, right? So if we go up here, right, we invalidate. So I would mark that as an invalidation point for anyone trading this or Dr. Alban, right? So if we go a tick beyond that, right, then this can't be the 3 of an impulse. So you got this one going here. I wouldn't assume 2, right? I would say, okay, let's see. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Make it prove it. Let the market prove it, right? Because again, are we going to just go off to the worst? Here's the inauguration, right? Coming in somewhere around here. November. Oh, that'd be past it. Right there. For the 3, come in, inauguration. Assuming we have an inauguration, I'm suspect as to whether we will. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That would be the 3. It would be unusual to have the extension of the 1, but not like it doesn't happen. Right into the 4, up for the 5. Right? There's a lot. Shit, here I'm probably boring you guys to death. There's so much up there. I just be careful about being overly bullish here because there are too many macro variables blowing in the wind that could completely disrail that. So let's just stay with the current, the impulse that's going in. Duly noted, the extensions in the 1. All right, hope that helps you, Dr. Alban. All right, some of that was so bullish. I think it might be a little bit overly optimistic. Could be, right? I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just giving you another way to look at it. Okay, so how am I doing? Where am I on time? Ooh, I'm running short. Okay, this man right here is doing some great. Oh, Why are people, isn't the stock market volatile? No. Okay, all right, so I'm just catching up. Sir Bell USDT. Okay, let me, I may run out of time, guys, here, because I got still members here asking. Okay, DAX, done. CN Salazar, okay, he gave me one here. That's good, right? So he must be at his desk, because he's been, I think, traveling lately. Hasn't been able to give me his work. I like to see their work. I much prefer that, right? Rather than me just do it from scratch. I'd like to see how they're progressing. That's the whole point of this. That's kind of the idea. So what did he give me here? He gave me, what did you, XLE, and Trump. Oh, God. I refuse to go there. Oh, God, my bias is leaking. I shouldn't say that. Lose half my viewers. Amazingly. I said something shitty about Trump once, and I got this comment from a guy who said, I've been watching your videos for 5 years, but I just unsubscribed. I said, so he's not a member, right? So he's been consuming my free content for 5 years, and because I said something negative about Trump, he's unsubscribing. Now, who's losing there? But I digress. Okay, right, so let's see what we got here. XLE, well, okay. Can we label it, right? Is there an Elliott count staring us in the face? Well, the 1-2 looks pretty good. This sure looks like 4-ish material. There's a clear impulse there. I don't know where to put that just yet. Not sure. We got to dig in there a little bit more. This kind of gets off to a bumpy start. 8. Looks like I've got triangle up here. It looks like it. But then this gets a little wonky here. I'm going to pull that off just for a second. CN Salazar. I see what you're doing. Okay, let's get in there. So this is okay, so here's a trade he's setting up. Okay, so I'm going to come back to that count. So let's see how we did here. Broke. That's not a death knell. We got to get out of here, right? So it looks like, okay, it looks like we can get out of here with an impulse. All right, let's, that'll work. So we hold, so these are, it's interesting, they're deep retracements, right? So we're going to go again, where's platinum? Oh, fuck you, where'd you go? All right, so we're going to go, we're going pretty deep here. This is a combo. 3, 3. Fuck, I don't know that it matters, right? So some sort of combo gets us done here. Deep retracement again, looks like it did platinum again, so you're going to go into some of this deeper stuff, right? 786, 764, right in the pocket. Okay, so what you want to do sitting here, we just, again, now without the full context, we want to do this, 1, 2, 1, 2. Right, but is that too much, right? So it might be too much. Let's look at this. Let's get this here in white. Okay, does that make sense? Well, what did we do here? What's this? If this is A and this is clearly a 3, God, do I have to do this? I might have to do this. I might have to expand this. Can I do it? I think I can, actually. Yeah, let's look here. All right, so this would have to go into an ABC. I think I could do that. So I think hopefully you guys see what I'm trying to do here. So if I look at this, it doesn't look right. Something's not right. right? Right look is a big part of it, right? So all of this consolidation here, clearly it's the 4, right? So how do we identify the 4, right? We're not progressing the trend, right? So we're just consolidating right now. Are we going to go higher, right, or not? So the 3 looks decent, although that's a little funky in there. I literally, this is just such a habit, right? I just have to do it, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't want that 2 there. I want that 2 over here. So 4, so E comes over here, D comes over here, C comes over here. Oh shit, I don't know that it matters. We could do it here. A, B, C. A, B, C, A, B, C, A, B, C, A, B, C, A, B, C. All right, so I think that's decent. All right. Just out of curiosity, right? I always do this, right? It takes, what, 15 seconds, right? How do we do on that 3rd? Where's the high probability location for a wave 3? Right there. I know this Elliott Wave is bullshit, right? I know. I should read it on Twitter just yesterday. Very respected CRT trader. Elliott Wave is bullshit. So that was his tweet. Interesting. I'm going to move this off. Well, this might be too sharp, so we'd have to go to a modified, which is just a channel anyway, right? That's all a modified shift is, right? So we can just go right to the channel, right? If we're trading Elliott Wave, we definitely want to incorporate the channeling, right? That's what guides us, right? Looks pretty good for the 4, 1, 2. Shit, I'm gonna trade this. I think we went deep here. This was the one we looked at where it went right 786, but that's still a very valid 2, and it looks like you got an ABC there. Right? Again, simplify it. 1, 2. Right now I can get a. Remember, a corner pocket does not need to be golden. Let's go original. Right. Now the premise always, right, per Alan Andrews, great work in the markets as a technician, right? The premise is that this pivot holds. It's just extra juice if we can get it on an algo pivot. Right, for all I know, there's another algo there. But I just know that if that holds, I've got 80% odds right now. So you got any trades on deck here that have better odds than that? You don't. I know you don't. You don't, period. How many did we get today? 6, 7? Well, we got 80% odds of getting there. I'm going to buy that. Just like I did with Coinbase. That's a beautiful setup, right? Thanks. I think, God, that may have been him who gave it to me last week on Coinbase. That's a beauty, right? I don't know when it gets there, but I know the odds are that it's going to get there. Odds are, not guaranteed. The odds are that it's going to get there. Maybe it gets there here. Maybe it's just a straight shot. What's the timeline, right? We're now to the point where you have to look at the timeline for any TA you're doing. You just have to. Right, there's inauguration date. That's what's on the calendar. If it happens or not remains to be seen. You got to consider that. Who knows what, depending on the outcome, what the next administration is going to do with chips, technology, et cetera, clusterfuck, depending on what the outcome is. Clusterfuck guaranteed, no matter what anyone says. All right, so we're looking to complete the 5. So if we pull that back out, right, now it starts to look better. This is still a little bumpy here, but I have no doubt in my mind that's the 4 going for the 5 up here. 160. Where are we now? 87. Why would you not buy that? There's only one reason, right? You like something, you have something you like better. You won't have anything with better odds, but you just might have something it's a pet project, or you like that crypto or whatever, right? You like something better, or you don't trade traditional, you don't trade ETFs, right? You only trade crypto or futures or whatever. All right, I'm running out of time. Shit, I'm right at the limit here. I'm not looking at DJT, sorry. Okay, Tilray, only because I'm in a blueser here. Let's look at that one. Well, I'm going to save that ETF because I'm going to trade that. Okay, so let's go Tilray. I think Master J20. I think you and I are both in this, right? This was from a long time ago. Oh, this just can't seem to get off this floor. Okay, all right, what are we doing here? Well, this is not hard to figure out, right? What are we doing here, right? This is just consolidation, right? What happens after the contraction? Think of it that way. Market is contracting. The one thing you'd love to see here before I would consider adding, right, is you'd love to see it sweep that low. Does it? Doesn't quite, I don't think. Just misses. Now, certainly, it's sweeping all this liquidity here, right? All of that gets swept. Boom. But that's not the absolute low. I'd like to see it take that. That's a fuck you pivot. Okay, we do the same thing. Say, okay, well, here's the range, right? We could go to the range of the range. Oh, I can't do it that way because of the log. Right, we're in the discount of the discount. Oh, I don't think it's ripe here. I think we're likely to come down here. There's nothing here to really work with. Okay, maybe, right, we got to retrace here. This is that's a clear rejection wick, right? Maybe, did you get a gold in here? It's like maybe you did, right? A little wiki here, in out of log scale. Do we need to be in log scale? Buck? No, we don't right here. Right, 4 times the range is when you just have to do it. That's 3 times the range. You make a case you do here. I think this is hurry up and wait here. Nothing to do there. I'm going to keep moving, Master. I'm in there with you. Oh, long-term bull. I think it's got potential, right? But that's kind of a pet. That's the party stock, right? They get your buzz on with Tilray. Okay, Till the Killer. Okay, let's see what he's got. Hang on. Attila the Killer, he wants FTM, right? Let's see what they're doing. USDT, he wants it to tether. Oh, shit. Well, he must not be in the States. All right, okay, so we'll go to Binance. Do we have to be in log scale, right? Well, 4 times, yeah, we do. Let's get a reset here. Oh. Yeah, this Elliott Wave shit. All right, so last century. That shit doesn't work anymore. Well, there's the classic failure swing. Whoops. Well, let's measure. No, there's no value there. So that doesn't help me. I got to be here. Well, okay. What can I see here? Interesting, it's holding there. I didn't get that. Well, I think we can probably agree here. We have an impulse. Well, it's got a little kick on the end of it. It's not gorgeous, but let's go with it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect impulse into the 3. ABC into the 4. Little wonky down there. So how would we label that? Right? It's not rocket science. It's a little. It's not. It's not like we don't see that kind of miss, right? Where we 2, 3, 4. It's a 5. Just out of curiosity, are we hitting on any of these secondary pivots? can't even do that, right? It's too deep, right? So it's so big, right? So okay, well that's suspect. All right, we got to dig on that one a little bit, right? Because that sure look. I mean, is there any? Just look at, use your eyes, right? Is there any question about whether that's a 5 or a 3? What did it run into up the top? I can't make this up, guys. Is there a chart we looked at today that didn't catch that? Get right on it. A couple of tweezers got through. Little tweezer there. Golden, golden, golden. Be willing to bet you it's here. Do I need to say anything? I mean, here's a general question. Have you ever gone to anyone's live stream who's shown you a TA event more often than I? Maybe if you're watching David Halsey, right? He does these on a, I don't know that he does live. He has something, well, but he does the same thing, right? He'll show you 100 of them. Now he does it a little bit differently than I do, a little bit. He uses extensions, but it's just nonstop. Not why it moves, it's how it moves. Anything to do there? You got threat there that's some sort of a combo here. Oh, you got this possibility here. I suppose we could consider this. That the C's coming down here. We got a 5. This could be A, B, C into the B. A, B, C coming down. 1, 2, 3. This is I gotta wait on that one, right? All I see is this. It's just algo, right? It's just Al is just dominating in there, right? So if this starts to pivot here like this, if we get a 1, 2, and then we get through here, right? We're gonna have to get through this big one, 3, 4, 5, right? Then I would be okay. Well, something else is happening here. But right now see the AB. To put the BC here and truncate, which is, you want to go there at the last resort, right? So that's not a last resort. I can see a 3 into that B, right? And it's perfectly technical. So I can see that as a path. So how do we kill that, right? How do we put it back here, right? Which would be what you'd do, right? You'd be back here going, oh, well, shit, okay. Well, maybe it's a diag. Maybe we're going to come out of here and go 1, 2. Now, already it's a shallow 2. Oh, look, so, of course, we got huge, totally unmitigated down here. Right, so there's potential for it to fall further, right? But that's going to take a big sell-off in crypto. We're right at a golden zone, right? So clearly you don't want to buy it there. You're going to have just the space until you get to the next one. What's that, from 75 to $1.15? So there's probably a little bit of room there. I don't know. Where did you want to buy it? Down here, right? And I know hindsight. Oh, well, fuck, yeah, great. Right, thanks a lot. How that helped me. Well, okay, so put it in context. Well, what do we got here? That looks like a 3. This looks like a 3. That's a 3, right? I don't have any 5s. So when I can't see them, right, I see one that could be. This could be going here. I could have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but I don't yet. So I wait. I'll wait. Right? Show it to me. If you give me that 5, right, so I can channel this up right here. Okay, give me the 5. Well, then what? Okay, well, then we wait, right? Remember, we do it the same way every time, right? That's our edge. That's why we have an edge. Right, you start changing around. Oh, edge is gone. Right now, that I would buy. All right, I'm almost done here. Oh shit, what are we at? 142. Oh, I'm running out of time. Never get back. Forgive me. Let me do CN. I'll come back to that one. Never give back, since he posted one. Oh, here's some wheat cash. Oh, that'll be interesting. Okay, so what do we got here? Never give back. He trades some different assets, I notice. Never get back. He's been doing this for a while. His TA is getting better and better. So let's copy this, and we'll finish up on this one. I got to show, though. I know Wonka's. My team is like, don't forget the new contest. This is the, oh, I got a new form here. I saw, okay. All right, last one here, then we'll do it. Okay, so what do I got? Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Did I do that? Oh, shit, here, let me. Okay, all right, so I got a 4 hour. Well, I got to take out to the daily. I got to see where we are, right? So because I need to see the context. Okay, let's back up the truck. NEO. Oh, somebody else was asking that. No, he was asking for NEO. Okay, ABCWX. Ugh. Hey, what happened to these guys? Well, the assumption here is that an impulse, or well, see, it's never give back. I wouldn't call that a W, right? So because I'm gonna give you something else to think about. Okay, right? So how would that be corrective? Right? There's nothing for it to be correcting. I like your thinking, right? As, oh, it looks like a 3, but you're going to have to, to sacrifice perfect Elliott here, because the premise would be you're correcting something, right? We're no longer correcting. We're trending. So I'm going to suggest an alternate count here, right? So I do like what you did here, although I would do it as a channel, right? So I can get the other side of it like that. So nice, right? Little poke through, right? Who buys that? Retail. We got, this was all unmitigated, bullish order flow getting tapped, right? So it gets perfectly tapped here. All right, they mitigate at the 50. Okay, so what can you say here? Well, okay, with that, let's acknowledge that that's been tapped, right? So we've got this little, oh, I have to do it this way because we're in log scale. Okay, we're in the premium. Now, if we break out of this, so what would you do next, right? You could look at it this way and say, okay, now do I have a new range here? Do I have a new PD array, right? As the SMC crowd likes to call it. Premium discount array, right? Well, you might start here, but that's a secondary pivot. That's a dominant. So what's the hope here for a bull? Right, a lot of juice has to get cooked here for this to be 1-2. Oh, Jesus, do we even? It barely slides through there. Ooh. Rare, right? Usually they come back to sweep it. 1-2. Well, right. You can make a case here that you've got a little impulse that's going in now. Oh, here, let's put something bright yellow. That's daily, so let's go to the 4. 1-2. A, B, C, or fuck, it doesn't matter. W, X, Y, doesn't matter. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I'll feel better at the 5. Is that going to be the 3? No. Definitely not. Right, so 3 is going to go up. It's maybe bigger than we need. Come on. Things are pain. Okay, so let's brighten that up a little bit. Okay, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, so what do I have here? I'd have the 1 of the 3. Let's measure, right? Notice that it's done the same way every time. So where am I looking for that 3? Well, that could be here, but a real kick would be up here at the 2618. If this is going to be 1, 2, well, let's consider that, right? If this is going to be 1, let's just assume here we sweep all these equal highs here and we get a 1, and then we come down for a 2. Okay, well now I'm looking for a 3 up here. That could be at a higher degree. All right, so continue to measure those so you have reasonable targets, right? So a pivot, always a target, right? This would be an obvious target. So with this, what's the one thing don't forget? All right, always an algo on the other side. All right, so first you got to get through this guy, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You could see how it could just hit that and 1, 2. Right, we get through that. Oh, we got to get through that one. Get through that, right? It just that's what the algo will do, right? It'll just keep going back pivots, right, until it finds one. Right, that it hits, right? But you're not getting, this has got a long way to go before we're in the clear. Look how far this has to go before it clears all the resistance. Long, long, long way to go, right? Until you get up here to 24, you're going to have a fight on every swing. Every swing is going to be a fight. See, but note here, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. Oh, barely, but that's a higher low. Now, next up, right? Can we complete? We got to sweep this side, then sweep this side, then sweep that. So a long way to go. Okay, I got to get out of here. I got to wrap it there. But before I do, oh shit, how do I do this? Open in browser. Here, I got to show you this. We just did this. This is a new promo we're doing. So we're working pretty closely with Blowfin. They really have become a great partner for us, and we're working to, try and give us opportunities for people to get exposed to their exchange. I think you'll find it to be, they all kind of look alike. They're as good as any, right? The rates are very reasonable, very comparable to what you'd expect across these exchanges, right? There's no KYC here. That's a bonus in the U.S. They're very fair, right? There's no withdrawal issues, right? They're market makers or they don't work for them, right? So they don't have that conflict of interest. They're not trading against you. But this is a little promo we did. We're going to do these every couple of weeks. So open an account at Blowfin. They're going to give you an opportunity to trade in the futures. They're going to cover your first $100 loss. They want you to open in Bitcoin, Ether, Solano. If you lose 100 or more, they're going to cover that so you can get in and take a little run at something, right? But the idea is to expose you to the exchange. That's why they do it, right? It's the same reason we would encourage you to do it. So you're like, oh, okay, right? They look decent, right? So maybe you want to diversify. I have six crypto accounts, right? Because I don't want it all in one place, right? So for that, there's that thinking. There's maybe coins that are not available on some, available on others. I don't know. We're just really happy with them. They've been a good partner for us, so I'm going to mention them whenever I can, right? I think you'll find that they'll treat you well. So there's that we will run that. The last one we had, we made it available to anyone in our crew, and one of my senseis won it, right? I'd have been disappointed if he hadn't, right? So one of the senseis won it. Now, of course, he doesn't receive a prize, but he had the highest return. So the prizes went to second and third. So that was Dr. Alban and Holly Life did very well. They were second and third in that. So they picked up, I think they each got 3 months of the pro Discord membership, right? So you get access to all the channels, all the whiz bang, all the good stuff. So we'll run this again. I think it starts today. So again, right, you can open your account with, pop a little crypto in there. You're trading within 5 minutes because there's no KYC. Right? Kind of a bonus. Okay, guys, with that, I will wrap it there. We kind of went long today. Looks like the market didn't do much. Okay, guys, with that, I'll, what is it? Fuck, it's Friday. What is it? Jesus, what is today? Wednesday? Holy shit. Time's flying. Okay, I'll see you guys on Friday.